Hello and welcome to this edition of FYI Weekly, your official source for City of Greensboro news and information. Guilford Courthouse National Military Park is a unit of the National Park System, or NPS. The public is invited to participate in a planning effort that will provide guidance for long-term management of the park. Consistent with NPS law and policy, comprehensive planning is periodically required to respond to emerging issues or opportunities facing park management. In compliance with the National Environmental Policy Act, the NPS has prepared a development concept plan and environmental assessment to evaluate the environmental impacts of the proposed alternatives. The proposed actions in the DCP-EA address the impacts of past intrusions to the historic battlefield, particularly to improve the integrity and interpretation of the landscape, history, and cultural heritage of the site. The key elements the plan proposes include acquisition, removal, and revegetation of Old Battleground Road within the park boundary, demolition of the current visitor center and associated parking area, and construction of a new visitor contact station on previously disturbed areas at Hoskins Farm, and the extension of the trail network to create a safe and accessible trail network which would be extended to all new parklands. The public comment period is open until May 30th. For more information about the plan or to submit comments, please visit the project website. In recognition of Mental Health Awareness Month, Guilford County is hosting 2 community mental health resource fairs aimed at promoting mental wellness, connecting individuals with support services, and reducing the stigma surrounding mental health and substance misuse. Turning awareness into action, Mental Health Resource Fair will take place on Saturday, May 17th at First Presbyterian Church from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. The event will be held in the church parking lot located at 918 North Main Street in High Point. A second Mental Health Resource Fair will be held on Friday, May 30th from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Guilford County Behavioral Health Center. The resource providers will be set up in the parking lot located at 931 3rd Street in Greensboro. Now, on its 4th consecutive year, this annual community event continues the county's commitment to improving community access to mental health resources and support. Both events will offer attendees the opportunity to connect with local mental health service providers and organizations while enjoying family-friendly activities, including music, games, and food trucks. The mental health resource fairs are made possible in partnership with the High Point Police Department, Mental Health Associates of the Triad, NAMI Guilford, and RHA Health Services. The Greensboro Urban Area Metropolitan Planning Organization, or MPO, will host a transportation open house. The meeting will take place from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Tuesday, May 13th at the Barber Park Event Center in Greensboro. The community will have an opportunity to provide feedback on the Comprehensive Safety Action Plan and the 2050 Metropolitan Transportation Plan. These aim to improve safety and guide long-term transportation investments across the region. The Greensboro MPO wants to hear from residents, commuters, business owners, and community leaders. Those who are unable to attend the open house can share feedback by completing the online survey to share experiences, concerns, and ideas about transportation safety. Feedback from the community will directly shape the future of mobility in the region. The Greensboro Urban Area MPO manages the federally required transportation planning process for the area's highway, transit, bicycle, and pedestrian facilities. The Greensboro Metropolitan Planning Area includes Greensboro, the majority of unincorporated Guilford County, and the towns of Oak Ridge, Pleasant Garden, Sedalia, Stokesdale, and Summerfield. The Barber Park Event Center is located at 1502 Barber Park Drive. Cone Health has partnered with the city to share a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to make better choices when it comes to healthy living. Following these tips is an easy way to help each of us improve our quality of life. Let's take a moment to check out today's News for Your Health.
While it may be alarming for a parent or a caregiver to see that your child is experiencing anxiety, there's actually a lot that you can do. One thing that parents and caregivers can do is normalize the experience of anxiety by letting your child know when you're feeling anxious, the types of things that you feel anxious about, and what the anxiety feels like to you. So you could say something like, wow, my stomach really hurts. I think I'm worrying about this project that I have coming up at work today. And then you can demonstrate for them the things that you do to calm down, like I'm going to take some deep breaths, or I'm going to go for a walk outside, and that will help me feel better. You can even invite your child to join you. Something else that you can do as a parent or caregiver is try to encourage your child to continue doing the things that they feel anxious about. Anxiety can actually get worse when you avoid the things that provoke it, so encouraging your child to do the things that they feel nervous about can actually help them to overcome their anxiety.
Road construction has been extended along 2 popular downtown streets, and you can take a tour of the homes and gardens in one of Greensboro's historic neighborhoods. We'll have those stories and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. The road construction project on South Spring Street and Spring Garden Street will continue through Monday, June 30th, which is a month longer than expected. The work is part of the 4th and final construction phase of the downtown Greenway. Eastbound traffic on Spring Garden Street will be directed to the westbound lane until the work is complete. The westbound lane of Spring Garden Street and the South Spring Street exit ramp will remain closed until Monday, June 30th. However, crews will accommodate traffic that needs access to the immediate area. Motorists should expect delays in the vicinity of the construction area, and it is recommended to use alternate routes. Work schedules depend on weather conditions and equipment availability. For more information about lane and road closures and to request email notifications about upcoming work on city streets, visit the city's website. Preservation Greensboro will host the 15th annual Tour of Historic Homes and Gardens. This will take place in the Irving Park National Register Historic District. Tours will be offered from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday, May 17th, and from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday, May 18th. Listed in the National Register of Historic Places in 1995, Irving Park is characterized by its 20th century architecture, garden landscapes, and tree-lined streets. These self-guided tours will showcase 6 historic homes in Irving Park. In honor of Preservation Month, visitors will have the opportunity to explore and learn about the heritage and iconic architecture of Greensboro's past by stepping inside of these properties. Tickets can be purchased on the city's website. Proceeds will go towards advocacy, education, and technical support for preservation efforts at the Blandwood Museum and throughout Greensboro. As a sponsor of this tour, the city's historic preservation program is committed to the maintenance and upkeep of Greensboro's local historic districts, buildings, and sites. For more information about the program and this neighborhood tour, visit the city's website. The Unite Greensboro Festival stands for Understanding Inclusion Takes Everyone. The event will take place from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday, May 18th at LeBauer Park, located at 208 North Davie Street. The Unite Greensboro Festival is a celebration of community, inclusion, and the organizations working to support children with disabilities and special health care needs. The event will feature a resource fair, live entertainment, hands-on activities, and interactive experiences for all ages. Unite is open to all, including families, caregivers, educators, and community members looking to celebrate inclusion and learn more about the resources available in the community. The festival is made possible by Greensboro Parks and Recreation, the Family Support Network of Central Carolina, Diversified Trust, and Downtown Greensboro Incorporated. LeBauer Park, again, is located at 208 North Davie Street. For more information about Unite, contact the Family Support Network at 336-832-6507. If you call it collecting, but your friends and family consider it hoarding, it might be time for an intervention. Coming up after the break, we'll share some easy-to-follow tips on how to declutter your space Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. If you or someone you know has a difficult time getting rid of things as you accumulate items over the years, now might be the time to consider doing some spring cleaning. Joining me now to share some tips on how to get rid of the clutter around your house is Ashley Robinson. She is a member of the city's Solid Waste and Recycling Division. Hello, Ashley. Good to see you again.
Nice to see you again.
Well, we have the spring weather for sure. This is the time people want to kind of do some unloading. Maybe you're hoarding things that you maybe don't need. So let us know what happens to everything when we throw it away and we want to declutter. How can we do that and responsibly be spring cleaning?
Yeah, a lot of people don't think about where their garbage is going when they're done with something. And when we're decluttering, when we're purging, we just tend to throw a lot of things away, things that could have been reused, sold, that kind of stuff. So what happens when you throw something away, it's actually a place. Most people don't think about their garbage. Once it hits the garbage can, it's gone, out of sight, out of mind. You don't think about it again. But it actually is going somewhere. It's going first to our transfer station where all of the garbage is loaded onto semi-trucks. And about 42 to 52 semi-trucks drive down to Asheboro every single day to the Great Oak landfill. And it's living there in a landfill for the rest of our lives, for the rest of our grandkids' lives, kids' lives, everybody. It's not decomposing like we think it is.
Okay, so that gives us a visual, like a big mound of stuff.
Yes.
Now, kind of playing off of that, if we do declutter and we need to get rid of items, how can we go about it without sending those things to the landfill?
Yeah, there's so many things that we can reuse, somebody else can take. So there's a lot of avenues to get rid of the stuff that we have collected. The first is ask your friends, ask your family, do you need this? There's a lot of things that I've been handed down, especially having kids, and it's great giving it as well as receiving it. You can, consign your clothes, consign a lot of things if you want to make a little bit of money. There's so many online resources, pages that you can post things that you want to sell or give away for free. I know I use a neighborhood page that we have, and I'm just like, hey, does anybody need these kid hangers that we have? And you can also donate it. So just really looking at what you've got and trying to make a good decision before just throwing it away.
Okay, and it's a kind of recycling of sorts. You're
you're
reusing
it. Yeah,
exactly. Okay. Now, are there ways to just avoid altogether accumulating so much stuff that you don't now need to worry about getting rid of so many things later down the line?
Of course. We are just people who love our stuff. We want things quickly, we want things cheap, and we just have a lot of things. So when you're going through the stuff that you hopefully are getting rid of, start thinking about, how did I end up with this? Why do I have this? Did I need it? Did I want it? Was it something that was just cute at the time? And really think about the garbage that you're creating by buying stuff, and then think about that in the future. And really getting off of social media, there's so many just commercials, and it really reads you and what you want. And so there's so much stuff that we just impulse buy. Wait a day, think about something that you need, or is it something you could borrow from somebody? Instead of getting a power washer, could you borrow it from a friend if you're only going to use it like once a year?
That's a really good point. Now, cleaning products is another area that we need to consider, the types of things that we're using to clean up around the house. You have some really great tips on that.
Yes, there are so many things we can do to decrease the amount of chemicals we're putting out in our home and the packaging that we're using. So you can make your own kinds of cleaners. There's lots of different DIYs on that. Not my favorite, because I've got kids and I'm really busy. But there's lots of things where you can get them in a concentrate and you just add water or tablets that you can buy, so you're not buying all the packaging and the spray bottles over and over again.
Okay, good tip. So we will take all of that into account as we usher in spring cleaning, look for ways to responsibly get rid of things and maybe help others out who could be on the receiving end of something that you no longer use, but it still has some good shelf life. So thank you, Ashley. We always appreciate you coming in and giving us these really useful tips. I mean, this is like news we can use and actually see the results of it, and it's, I guess, good for the environment as well. And we hope that you'll come back and let us know other ways that we can avoid sending so much trash to our landfill.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Stay tuned for some interesting and useful information about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city. That segment is coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. One way to stay informed about decisions that impact you and our city is by attending or tuning in to City Council meetings at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesday of the month. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. The City Council meetings take place in the Katie Dorset Council Chamber on Level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building, located at 300 West Washington Street. The public is allowed in person, but only in a limited capacity. Those who choose not to be in the building can participate virtually. The Greensboro City Council meetings are broadcast right here on GTN. The meetings are also streamed live on the city's website and on Cablecast. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit the city's website. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. Greensboro residents are encouraged to review and comment on the 3 proposed housing and neighborhood development plans. The public input window is open until Sunday, May 25th. The 5-year consolidated plan assesses affordable housing, community development needs, and market conditions to develop data-driven strategic planning for the next 5 years. The draft of the 2025-2026 funding chart details the amount of financial assistance the city expects to receive for housing projects undertaken for the program year that runs from July 1st of this year to June 30th of next year. The 2025 analysis of impediments to fair housing evaluates the laws, policies, housing conditions, disparities, and accessibility of fair housing in the city to combat barriers and meet fair housing compliance requirements. The public hearing on the 3 plans previously scheduled for Monday, May 20th has been postponed. Information on a new date will be publicized in newspapers and on the city's website. The city plans to submit the 5-year consolidated plan and analysis of fair housing impediments to HUD within 60 days of the agency issuing its funding award notifications. To request a hard copy of the plans or to submit written and/or verbal comments, contact Shanta Fleming at 336-373-4636. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight, but first, prepare to mark your calendars for the places to go and things to do on the town.
I'm Dave. Here are some special events happening this week on the town. Don't miss Friday Night SmackDown live in Greensboro, May 16th, when your favorite WWE superstars visit the First Horizon Coliseum. Cody Rhodes, WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton, Solo Sikoa, and Nia Jax are some of those scheduled to compete. Get your tickets online at gsocomplex.com. Led Zeppelin fans take note. The veteran cover band Get the Lead Out comes to the Tanger Center May 16th. From the bombastic and epic to the folksy and mystical, Get the Lead Out has captured the essence of Led Zeppelin's recorded music and brought it to the concert stage. Find tickets online at tangercenter.com. The Greensboro Bound Book Festival comes to different downtown Greensboro sites May 17th. Enjoy a day celebrating readers, books, and authors. Find a space for readers and writers to come together and share stories and experiences. Hear from authors of adult and children's literature, as well as poetry. Plus, sit in on one of the O. Henry Writers' Workshops. See the full schedule of this free event online at greensborobound.com. The Parks and Recreation Department's annual Superhero Bash is May 17th at the Lindley Community Recreation Center. Kids should dress up as their favorite superhero, real or imaginary, for this free event that features games, activities, an obstacle course, and snacks like tasty kryptonite candy. Learn more online at greensboro-nc.gov. Stay tuned to FYI Weekly for more happenings on the town.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has more than 20 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents, and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. Creative Greensboro is accepting applications from community-based arts and/or cultural nonprofit organizations to lead the creation of new original outdoor visual art in Greensboro. This call is part of the Neighborhood Arts Program, which brings artistic experiences and beautification projects to neighborhoods across the Gate City. 2 organizations will be selected and each will receive $15,000. The scope of work includes organizing a community stakeholder group, proposing a site for the artwork, holding an open call for artists to design and install a piece of community-informed artwork, and hosting a celebration. Eligible organizations must have had a 501c3 status for at least 3 years, possess some experience leading arts programs, and are not currently receiving or have previously received any financial or in-kind support from Creative Greensboro. Organizations selected may propose sites for artwork in any areas outside of downtown Greensboro that are a focus of reinvestment, revitalization, or renewal. For more information about this program, contact Karen Archia at Creative Greensboro at 336-433-7362. Coming up after the break is our Way to Go GSO shout out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO shout out. This week's shout out goes to Greensboro Parks and Recreation. The department's adult recess will take place from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Friday, May 16th at the Barber Park Spray Ground. The event is free for adults ages 21 and older. Identification is required for admission. The event will feature popular playground games and music from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, plus a photo booth. Adult beverages and food will be available for purchase. To learn more about this and other summer events, visit the website or call Community Engagement Coordinator Jennifer Hance at 336-373-2864. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Alexa users can subscribe to our 5-minute flash briefings, which airs on 90.1 FM, 100.7 FM, and 90.5 FM. Be sure to download both weekly podcasts, Talk City Greensboro and Talk City in Espanol, plus GTN is streaming on Cablecast. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.